Hello Gemini, welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 5th going to the 11th of December. So this week that I'm posting for, I'm late. I had some technical difficulties. As always, my system crashed. Mercury retrograde is coming, just to let you guys know. I think it's the 13th of December, but of course we're in the pre-shadow, so yeah, maybe I'm not the only one. But anyways, let's see for you, Gemini. Especially you guys, Gemini. Mercury rules you too. I'm a Virgo. So it gets to both of us. But anyways, let's see. For Gemini. Random noise. That's just me processing. Of course, it's a balanced week for you, Gemini. Is one thing I'm gonna say, meaning that there's gonna be some good things coming, and I can see that you do have Treasure Island coming up in your reading, and I will show you all the cards in a second as I speak about them. But this is about something that you've been waiting for, right? Waiting very patiently for. It's finally coming in. This is saying that this is a gift for you from things that you have done in the past. So this is good if you've been waiting for your due karma. There it is. All right. Whoa. But there is also something that you kind of knew was going to come up eventually. Like, I don't know what they mean by this. Or maybe they're just saying like, okay, for some of you, you may have felt called towards doing something, like going to an old project that you didn't finish, or going to something that you didn't finish before. This could be school, could be some sort of degree, some sort of educational thing. This could be a work situation or an industry that you were once in. It could be a relationship, it could be a friendship. But for the majority of you, it feels like a project or a plan that you once had that you are going to be bringing back because it's lingering. And I feel like you always knew that it was unfinished and that you would come back to it. Could even just be artwork, you know what I mean? But I think this is calling for you to come into it because it's going to really expand your imagination. And for some reason, this is something that they're wanting you to do at this time. So if you're feeling drawn towards a certain something, could even be a book, all right? It's one thing I'm going to say. Could be anything. If it's lingering, if it catches your eye and you're like, I really need to finish that one day, or I really should go back to that one day, there's a reason behind that. Because almost in a line, how it's coming up is like, all of this resonates together. And we have deep knowing, unfinished symphony, and imagination. So there's something that you kind of know intuitively you need to do. And it's, the one thing I love about this card is that it now requires action. The moon is behind you, which is the intuitive side of things, your emotional side of things. The owl, of course, being about wisdom and knowledge. So again, more intuitive energy. And it's on this little reddish planet looking like Mars, which is about action taking. So we've had the intuitive nudge. It's now about action. So the time for this is now, all right? If I can get my words out. And the unfinished symphony is just talking about something that we need to now finish, close out even. So if it's a relationship, if it's an old way of being, then using your imagination, most likely forward, will be helpful for you. It says, I embrace. Do you guys have like a lisp or something? Because why is this happening to me in your reading? Like, excuse me for my speech problems in your reading, okay? I embrace and nourish this creative aspect of my mind. So they're asking you to use your brain a little bit more, okay? So challenge yourself a little bit. Maybe this is what we need, and we didn't realize that's what we needed, you know? It's growth in any way. It's finally going to complete something you know you needed to complete. For some of you, this is a cycle as well that we need to close out by learning a lesson. And if you've been wondering what that is, then they're asking you to use your imagination. And maybe whilst you're doing something creative, you could just find the answer. Art is very, very therapeutic, at least in my opinion, or anything creative could be very good for you. It could be just a creative project, like maybe that's something you want to do in terms of a business and stuff, Gemini, and they're asking for you to focus on that because it's something that you are passionate about, something that makes you feel good, something that keeps calling you. All right, anyways, let me carry on pulling the cards for you because I'm not finished. Let's get sidetracked. All right, current energy, please, for Gemini this week. Emperor. So some of you, this is a company that you guys will be owning, or you're stepping again into this Mars energy. Aries is about action taken here. But some of you may have needed some time out. Some of you may be needed some like inner work. So we have the Four of Swords coming through, which usually comes in, yeah, it's a healing card. But in this case, it feels like you needed a break from something here. And then we have the Wild card and the Ten of Cups. So this new beginning, okay, after a break, could be a relationship. Maybe you needed some time apart. All right, so you could sort yourself out. Or again, maybe you needed some time to focus on something first. Maybe your own inner health here, like your mental health and stuff like this. Okay, your well-being. But this new beginning is leading towards this happy ending. So I love the Ten of Cups here. It is like a happily ever after. Of course, I say that knowing that you guys also know that life is full of challenges. And as I always say when I say that, is that it shouldn't discourage you. Knowing that that is the reality of things, it should encourage you to know that you will be able to deal with this much better. I see that you will have support, which is good. So if you're lacking that, then just know and understand that you'll be surrounded by very loving people through your future. So I can see that you'll have a good community around you. Some of you might even live in a really lovely place where there's a very healthy, happy community. Some of you might actually live abroad. For some of you might need to hear that. Some of you, I can see Italy. Don't know if you live in Italy, from Italy, or that's where you want to go. But yeah, I'm just seeing something like that. You have a very lovely garden too, for some of you who need that. You have a very nice house. I'm kind of jealous. I can actually see it. It feels like. Anyways. We have the Four of Swords and the Emperor energy. So yeah, you just needed some time to regain your energy. Some of you, it could even just be like a plan, because the Emperor needs a plan to rule the empire here. Four of Swords is the inner work though too, because we have blame. And this is something that we need to let go of, whether it's for ourselves or for others. By removing blame, and with this lovely affirmation we have here as well, right, with I accept responsibility for my well-being, is about understanding that we don't need to blame ourselves for anything, because we can change what we need to change now, even if it's not to do with the past. Accepting I've learned a lesson from it is enough, and in the future I'll do things differently. So don't need to blame yourself. Forgive yourself is really important, and no need to blame others. As much as they play a part in our lives, sometimes for better or for worse. I'm pulling that face because I'm sure some of you know. It's about not blaming people. It's understanding that we can grow, learn, and evolve from situations, and our well-being doesn't need to be attached to whether people change, to whether people come back and apologize, or to whether we can't change the past. So just remember that we are responsible for our own well-being. And I think that this is what you're healing from, is any things that you were suffering with, any health issues that maybe were passed down in your family. I feel like you guys are actually healing. So some of you are breaking generational like health issues, which is interesting. So this is amazing. I really, really like this. And if you're blaming yourself for something that you didn't finish, you're accepting responsibility now. So this is good. So when I said that this week is going to be about balance, we do have To Be Fair coming through, which is a very Libran energy, but this is a life review energy when it comes up in a reading. So Gemini, you'll find yourself in a position this week, again, highly intuitive. We have another owl here, so you carry a lot of wisdom this week. Don't know what kind of ancestors you've been tapping into, or what kind of wisdom, or maybe you just are an old soul, Gemini, and you've always been this way. But this owl is really showing something up here, and this is about understanding what is in your life that gives you energy, that gives you value, whatever that your definition of that is, what gives you success, happiness, whatever your definition of that is, and what's leading you there at least, and what is actually draining your energy and what needs to go. And this is what this is about, because some things might need to change, and maybe this is why we needed to take that break, to actually come with a clear head and actually go, okay, this is what I need to do to take action, to better my life, to take myself to this happy ending. I say happy ending. It's like a goal that you want to achieve. And for some of you, it's about a living situation. For some of you, it's about the people that you're surrounded by, a relationship, your children, it's a family. For some of you, it could just be your future with the tens. All right, we have the here and now. So as much as the future is very much on your mind, Gemini, one thing you have to remember, and I think you have been doing this, is about focusing on the present. And this can be very irritating, but I think this is what's giving you an opportunity to heal certain things that we need to heal, to take a break from certain things you need to take a break from. Because as you can see, being in the present, especially when nothing's going on or there isn't a lot of movement, it can become very boring. So sometimes we come off of this, whatever this egg represents to you, sometimes we come out of the present and get a little bit lost in past memories, or in future visualizations. And there's nothing wrong with this, because we can learn from both and we can change ourselves to align to our future and stuff. So that's really good, but as you can see in the here and now card, doors are starting to open for you in the present. So if your mind is elsewhere, if your mind is not completely healed or focused or clear on the right things, so some of you need a vacation, some of you need some time off of work so that you can be in its emperor energy, so that you can take action when action calls, because the door is starting to open for you now. And it seems like it's a gift coming through for you. All right, anything else for Gemini? Three of Cups, so some sort of celebration coming through, the Chariot and the Eight of Cups. So you're getting, for some of you, you are getting a message here. You're celebrating something so that you can move forward and leave something behind, whether it's an old life. Again, Eight of Cups is moving away from things that don't serve you. So I think you're kind of guessing, and this is just clarification for what I'm saying. You could be dealing with a water sign, by the way. But this Three of Cups is like you're getting something to celebrate, to move away from something. So when something new comes in, you'll be able to let go of the old, which is interesting. Or when something is accepted or reaches a milestone of some sort, that's when you can leave something behind. So you're getting something very positive to come through for you here. That's going to enable you to chase your goals. Some of you could be leaving the city again. Some of you could be traveling here. But you're walking away from something that doesn't serve you with a lot of celebration and success here, which is nice. All right, let's pull you some love cards. Past life relationship is coming through for you. And free yourself. Interesting. We have this could be the one. So some of you, if you haven't been in the dating world, then this is saying that maybe it's time to get out there with free yourself. Maybe you've kept yourself indoors for a little bit too long, as you can see. Some of you may have dealt with a past situation, like someone that you have a very strong connection with here, Gemini, that you might need to close the cycle out with someone because it's a past life relationship. And maybe you've been doing this for many lifetimes. You might need to free yourself from this. Very random. But for others of you, I kind of get the sense here that it is time to explore in your love life. So for a lot of you, it's time to understand that you're very unique. You're not like a normal, maybe the way that you love is not usual. It's very unique. It's very rare, as this unicorn is very magical. So only some people are deserving of it. But you might be meeting someone that you have a very intense connection with straight away. And if that's the case, this could be the one. Okay. My angels, let's pull you some tea leaf tarot as well. Color yellow could be important. We have February. This could be an Aquarius. It's Aquarius, right? Aquarius and Pisces. And we have staff here. You'll be taken care of in difficult times. Coming through. We have older woman coming through. Some of you are being protected by an older woman here. You could be the older woman, could be dealing with an older woman. Whatever it is. We have success coming through for you here. So really lovely energy. We have caskets. So someone or something is someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. But this is what's bringing you in success. And we have wishbone here as well. So yeah, a wish is granted. Some of you could be just moving away from someone who's very stubborn or aggressive here. And this is what we need to move away from. And if you have already, this could be a mother figure. This could be someone in family. It could be friends. This could be in a workplace. It could be a relationship. But this is just saying that you'll be in the right direction when you move away from this, if that's something that you felt called to do. All right. Anyways, I love you guys, Gemini. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for being here with me and for watching till the end. I hope it resonated with you in some way, gave you some motivation in some way. But I'm gonna love you and leave you. I will see you guys next time. Okay,